The library was a couple of streets away from my home. A small branch library, the kind of place we all take for granted. The kind of place that wrong-headed people say has outlived its time. It was close to Felling Square and to the Victoria Jubilee pub, where folk gathered around the piano in a side room to sing old songs and tell old tales. And it was just across the street from a patch of grass where I played football as a boy. On one side of the road, as I ran around with Peter, Kev, Colin and Tex, I imagined being a famous footballer. On the other, I dreamed of being a published author. I'd often go into the library at dusk when we couldn't see the ball anymore. I loved the library's religion and philosophy section, skimming past the books about worthy saints and famous thinkers and seeking the crazier books to plunder them for information about ghosts and spirits, clairvoyance, spontaneous combustion, levitation, spirit writing, human vanishings, and poltergeists. I was also a fan of Hammer horror films, of TV's The Twilight Zone, and of Dennis Wheatley's weird and terrifying novels such as The Devil Rides Out and The Car of Gifford Hillary. I loved The Third Eye by T. Lobsang Rampa. It told of Lobsang's boyhood in the monasteries and mountains of Tibet, his initiation into ancient mysteries, the operation on his skull that opened up his powers of clairvoyance. I dreamed of being him. I walked through the streets of Felling, trying to feel possessed by him. Then it turned out that Lobsang was Cyril Hoskin, a plumber's son from Devon, and he'd never stepped foot outside the British Isles. But it didn't matter to me. Wasn't that what writers were supposed to do? Make things up, make lies seem like truth, create new versions of themselves. The world was striving to be new. All across Tyneside, the old, dark terrace streets were being torn down. Estates in bright new brick and pebble dash, like Leam Lane Estate in this story, were spreading out across the open spaces. Politicians talked about a world of white-hot technology. We were about to send a man to the moon. Tomorrow's World on the BBC told us about cures for cancer, driverless cars, paper pants, self-cleaning clothes, giant carrots, robots, laser beams, jetpacks. What a future was to come!